Hello and welcome back to Safe Forestry. This video is going to cover how to build a risk assessment using Safe Forestry desktop. So we want to start off by clicking the Site button on the menu and then click View to view our site dashboard. This is our site and site map that we created in the last video. And we just need to scroll down and click the risk assessment button on the middle panel. Currently, we have a blank risk assessment, so what we're going to do today is start to fill this in. If you already have sites created in Safe Forestry, you're able to copy the risk assessments over from these sites into this newly created site. However, as we don't have any other sites in Safe Forestry at the moment, we will need to create a new risk assessment by selecting the Edit button. This brings you onto the Edit Risk Assessment page. Here you can select the company from the drop down. So we'll select our demo company and name the operation that this risk assessment is for. For our example, we're just going to call this our demo site felling operation. Then you can start to create your risk assessment. This will involve taking the items from your paper-based risk assessment across into the system. So first you need to name your hazard. For this example we're going to use lone working. Specify who is at risk and give this hazard a rating for before controls. So this can be green, amber, red. We'll click this as amber. And then how are we going to control this risk? You can then select the rating for after this control measure has been applied. In this case, this would be green. So that is all you need to do for one hazard. And then if you want to add additional hazards, you just need to click the Add Hazard button at the bottom here. So we can do a second example here, which we have for public access to the site. Again, all operatives at risk, with the potential of being a red hazard. And then we will just write out our control measures. Once you're happy with your control measures and you've selected your rating after control, you can click the Submit button to submit your risk assessment. You can go in and add further hazards, but for now we will just stick to these two. This is an example of a completed risk assessment. So you can see this operation, this has been a lot more fleshed out, and you can click the download button, which allows you to print a paper-based copy if required. You can see an example of the PDF download here. So we'll head back to our risk assessment and I'll just show you how you access this now. So we just need to go back to our site that we created and then go back into the risk assessment. Users will also be able to access the risk assessment offline on their app when they've downloaded the site. So this is everything you need to know to create a risk assessment in Safe Forestry. Please see our other videos to see the other features of Safe Forestry.